I don't want you to lose
I
it.
know.
That was shocking. I've been up for like all night, so I'm good to go.
Well, partially it is morning voice, but it's also I'm not sick, but I don't know if it's allergies or if it's the smoke. I don't know what it is, but like
Whatever it is, use it, man. I want you to say, "Welcome to the best darn podcast show." Let's like three,
okay, here
two,
we go.
one.
Welcome to the best darn podcast show.
My gosh, we better clip that and use it for every intro,
I
Josh.
know.
Well done,
I
sir.
I kind of impressed myself, you know?
That's when you came
Like,
on. I'm like,
ooh,
I started to melt a little bit. I'm like,
is that
whoa,
okay if I'm turning myself on a little bit?
yeah, Josh, a heartthrob here, buddy. Whoa,
You might see some orange around my lips a little bit if you're watching on the YouTubes.
yeah.
That's cough medicine.
Oh, I thought it was just
So,
an early morning Cheeto because we are at 7 a.m. here.
I actually
So
ate some cheese just a few minutes ago, so that could be
not
it too.
not a bad way to start your day by eating cheese. Well, I
Well,
thank you
yeah.
so much for making some adjustments. I got caught up last night, but here we are. So thank you,
Yeah,
Josh, for
no,
sacrificing some sleep.
you know what? I'm usually up by 6 anyway, so
Yeah,
we're good.
nice.
We're good.
I had
So,
one of those again, can't go to sleep nights. Like it happens at least once or twice a month. This is another time where I stayed up all night and just stared at the ceiling and listened to podcasts and I counted sheep. That doesn't work. Whoever thought counting sheep would work? It doesn't work.
well, okay. I feel like that method in some form does work, at least for
Mhm.
me, but it's not specifically sheep. It's not specifically this or that, right?
Yeah, yeah,
It's for me, I have to visualize something, right? Like,
right.
and I think it's up to anybody, anything. For me, it kind of goes back to when I was hypnotized about what 20 years ago.
No
So when
kidding.
I got hypnotized, the hypnotist, it wasn't just purely entertainment, right? He's like, okay, you can use this throughout your life. If you feel anxious, if you need clarity, if you need to relax, think about a core color. Like when we were
Mm,
hypnotized, he's like, okay, close your eyes, visualize your feelings. What do your feelings look like, right? What do you
yeah.
visualize? And so for me, when I did that, I visualized and I still do oranges, kind of like oranges and yellows, not like a neon
Wow.
yellow like what I'm wearing right now,
Okay.
but like kind of a wave of kind of golden yellow and orange, right?
Right.
So if I'm feeling restless and I can't sleep, I'm visualizing that color, right? So I'm visualizing that color either in the wave of emotion that I felt when I originally was hypnotized,
Yeah.
or I think of colors, or I think of pictures, graphics, logos, whatever it is of that color
No
of
kidding.
oranges. And
And it
usually
works.
by it works, yeah, because obviously I'm getting enough
Man.
sleep. But I haven't had too many problems though with insomnia on Binance. I don't.
I haven't, and I don't think it's the Vyvanse that does that. I really do truly believe it's like the Vyvanse wears off, and then the brain
Mhm,
kicks in. It's like, hey, these are all the things you didn't think about while you were on your medication, and all of a sudden I'm thinking about like, all right, how do I fix this? What do I do there? I'm listening to like usually I fall asleep to a podcast or something. Last night I
mhm,
got one of those. I told you about those fake kind of like news reports, right? But last night was a
mhm.
tragic one about a meteor hitting the world and the world like turning into apocalypse. And I thought that would be really scary. And it was so detailed that I'm like, what would I do? How would this, like, so yeah. And then my head, I couldn't do it. I tried to go to like beta waves, alpha beta waves, nothing worked. And
Mhm.
so I thought, well, I'll just come in and do some work. And so that's why my morning voice was lost ages ago. So when I heard yours, I was like, good
It was
morning,
lost
sir.
it was lost yesterday.
Yeah. Yesterday morning. So, but
Well,
here we are nonetheless.
yeah, and I'm glad that I could wake you up.
Dude.
with this beautiful morning voice.
I hope that the the Riverside can, balance these out because if not,
Uh-huh.
you're gonna dominate me, dude. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I surprised myself. I mean, puberty was not as good, to my voice as it was this morning, so
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Well, I'm glad we're doing this. I have a hard out at 8:30 because I have a 6.5 hour, very boring CEU class I have to sit through. But, you know, might as well start my day off talking to you and having some fun before I got to be bored for the next 16 hours.
yeah. Is that that's for certification, right?
Yeah, I got to do 40 hours of continuing education every couple of years. And so I'm down to my
Okay.
last few and I'll get these today and I'll be done for the season. But it comes at a high price, dude. I'm telling you, some of these CEUs are they're hard to get through, but I'm gonna put in the old college try and
Yeah.
persevere through and be certified for another couple years.
Good, good.
Yeah,
I
but I do
the
have
world
some.
the
I do have a
world needs
lot of
more
thoughts.
therapists.
I have a lot of thoughts for you that and
Mhm.
again, Coach Blue not sleeping at night. This is one of the things. Josh, did you ever? And then maybe it's the same thing as counting sheep. Did you ever fall for the lucky rabbit's foot? Like, I was thinking about this the other day. I was talking to my kids, and one of them was talking about like I was talking about our suck rocks we picked up on our run,
Mhm,
and that
mhm.
led into like things we'd carry around. And I remember talking, and I'm like, well, I had a lucky rabbit's foot, and you should have seen the horror on my kids' faces when they saw that I care. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. They're like, was it real? I'm like, wait a minute. I think it was. And then I started like Googling it and like showing them. And I remember feeling the bone inside of it. And it kind of hit me like, what in the disgusting? Holy crap, Josh. Did
Mhm.
you ever have or procure yourself a lucky rabbit's foot?
I'm
You've
pretty
seen
sure
one.
I
I know
did.
you've seen
Oh, no,
one,
no, yeah,
correct?
yeah. No, I'm pretty sure I have
They turned them into keychains,
because
remember?
yeah, because I mean, I was a Boy Scout.
Yes.
I went to day camp, and anybody who was a Boy Scout who went to day camp, like, as a weeblo or whatever,
Yes.
would remember, like, Camp Tracy. I think that was up Mill Creek, and they had, like, the trading post where you could get I know
Yeah.
that you could get rabbit felt. 'Cause
Are
that
you
was,
serious?
that was the big thing. Yeah, like, you could get rabbit felt. I'm pretty sure that you could get a lucky rabbit's foot, and
I'm
I'm
sure it's
pretty sure I
standard
have at
issue.
least I wanna say I
Yeah.
at least have 4 because knowing my OCD as a kid, I would have to have all 4 feet, right?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. The more I was talking about this, the more horrified they became. And so I made the mistake of Googling it and
Oh, no.
mercy were we bamboozled. Because did you know this? Okay. Now let me read
I
this
was
to
gonna
you.
say
Because
I was gonna say, I'm like, "Wait a minute. China eats rabbit feet, right?" So you probably Googled it, and you probably saw things that you didn't wanna see eaten or prepared to be eaten.
I wish because that would have been better than what I discovered about.
Oh gosh.
Okay, brace yourself.
Okay,
A
okay.
classic luck charm, the lucky
Mhm,
rabbit's foot, okay, traces its roots back centuries to some ancient Celtic, European, and African American hoodoo folklore, okay?
mhm.
Historically, get this, historically, the charm had some specific requirements, okay? It had to be the
Okay.
left hind foot of the rabbit killed at night. Oftentimes, it needed to be killed by a cross eyed person under a full moon on Friday the 13th. Then it could be considered a lucky rabbit's foot. Are you kidding me? That means that we probably had unlucky rabbit's feet cut off by some kind of industry, and these poor rabbits walking around with nubs, hopping around with their left tail one gone, not cut off by a cross-eyed person on a full moon on Friday the 13th. Are you kidding me? Did you know that? Those are the
No.
requirements it needed to become a lucky rabbit's foot.
I mean, being Greek and all, that doesn't surprise me,
Dude.
because us Greeks we're superstitious, we're not just a little stitious, we're superstitious, right?
Uh-huh.
And I mean, I remember my grandma had all the little things, like well, like, for instance, the evil eye, right? Or if something bad happened, it would be she didn't really spit, thank goodness. But usually
Did
Greek
she make
culture,
the
it was
gesture as if she was a
mhm,
to okay, yeah,
yeah,
I've seen people
yeah,
do that.
yeah.
Mhm.
I've done the, you spill salt and you throw it, over your shoulder, which makes your wife kind of upset after she cleans the kitchen, just
Yep.
to be, mindful of that. I'm trying to think what else gosh, like, us runners, let's be honest, we're probably the most superstitious athletes out there
Oh, yeah, 100%.
because, I mean, look at some of the things that I do, right? Like, 1, I wear pretty much the same thing for every not just every race, but every run, right?
Mhm.
I wear my sports bra, which I probably don't need to wear anymore, but then again, I don't want bloody nipples.
But now, yeah,
But
if it
now
ain't
it's
broke, don't fix it, Josh.
no. And
Yeah.
it's funny because when you get kind of going in your running, because you just find what fits for you, right? Like, you
Yeah.
find the shoe, you find like, I've been wearing the same socks, not the same pair, but the same kind of socks for the past 16 years.
Same brand. Yeah.
Same brand, Nike Airfit calf, compression socks, right?
I'm more of an Injinji guy myself. But yes, I see what you're saying. I do the same. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and then, like, race day, everybody has you have the same kind of superstition, the same food. Like,
Yeah.
the last year, I've been eating the same pre-race meal
Mhm.
every race morning, right? It's cheese.
See?
It's
I once watched you
saltine
eat
crackers.
cheese. I watched you
Mhm.
eat cheese and a freaking sweet potato, and it
Yes.
to this day still freaks me out, but I've seen it. Yeah, you do.
Yeah, unsalted too. Go figure.
You were gnawing on that thing for miles, dude. Yeah.
Saltine crackers,
Mhm.
that's one of my go-to in the morning, and then usually some type of well, it's usually a Powerade, like a grape Powerade, and
That is a
that's what I have in the morning because
that's a
part of
combo
it
and a
is
half.
because I found out that that's what my body kind of needs, but at the same time, like, I had success once with it, and then I just kinda roll with it, right? Also, my bib, like how
Mhm.
I I do
Yeah.
3 pins, and then I leave 1 out. I mean, I do that to kind of honor the runners that my running friends that have, passed on, but at the same time, it's a superstition, right? It's kind of become
It
that way.
is. And as I was explaining this to my kids, I'm like, "You guys don't realize the hell that we were put through as kids because we were lied to,
Mhm,
Josh." And
mhm.
I started peeling back the layers, brother. The
No.
7-year gum rule, university, we were
Mhm,
all told that if you swallowed accidentally or on purpose, how long would that
mhm.
gum stay in your gut, Josh? 7
7
years.
years, 7 years,
Mhm.
mhm.
Did you also know
Which I knew was not true because I remember, like, a day or 2 after seeing it make its exit.
See? Yeah, Hubba
Mhm.
Bubba, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, and that was the same. I remember losing my mind when I accidentally swallowed a watermelon seed because I was told that it would grow in your stomach, right?
Mhm.
I was also told that you can't go swimming 30 to 60 minutes after you eat because you would get terrible cramps and go right to the bottom of Davy Jones's locker. Not true. Did you know that? It's not true.
Yeah,
You could
yeah.
eat a Subway sandwich and cliff dive into whatever body of water you want, no problem, right?
What else if you watch TV so close,
Yep,
you'll go blind.
yep.
That's another one.
You'll go blind or your eyes will cross. If you make a funny face and someone slaps you on the
Mhm.
back, it stays that way. Cracking knuckles, right?
Uh-huh.
What would happen if you cracked knuckles, Josh? You remember? You get arthritis. Not
Yeah, it was
true.
arthritis. No.
I was also told that if I wore a hat every day, I would go bald. Not true.
Yep. I'm trying to think what else there was.
Well, there's also if you touch a frog, what are you going to get?
Warts.
Warts.
Mhm.
If you go outside with wet hair, what happens?
You'll get a cold.
See, dude, like you get these,
Mhm.
you get them all. Absolutely, man.
Honestly, I feel like these were created by parents that wanted to just do minimal parenting. Let's be
Absolutely.
honest.
Josh, did you ever commit the absolute felony of all felonies by turning on the dome light in your car?
Oh, yes, yeah.
What were we
No,
told
I was told that
if
it
you
was illegal. I told
Yes!
that was illegal.
We were told it was illegal to turn on the dome light. And I truly believed that even still to this day. And I'm like, wait
Mhm.
a minute, that's not true. Like,
There's a reason why they have it in the car.
yeah, what in the crap was that about? Yeah, you're right. It was 100% made by parents that didn't want us doing stuff. Like,
Mhm.
don't stand by the microwave.
I
Maybe
mean,
that
t
has some
okay.
truth to it. I don't know, but maybe
Oh, yeah,
not.
yeah, well, actually, that one I kind of believe because my aunt was the one that would always tell us that, like, "You're gonna get cancer if you sit there and in front of the microwave." I'm like, "Well, I just wanna make sure my Hot Pocket doesn't explode because I put it in for way too long," you know?
Yeah. Yeah. See? But
But
superstitions, man, we were told so many of that, like, so many of
mhm.
those things, right? Like, I I I heard I mean, again, sugar highs, we told like, if you eat sugar, you get the sugar rush. It's not true. Like, all these things, man, like,
No, you get the
blows my
sugar
mind.
crash.
Yeah,
Let's
which
be
is worse.
honest.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
If you eat Pop Rocks and soda, you're gonna explode. Like, there were
Mhm.
so many of these, and I thought,
I tried that
"Man,
one. I tried that one.
did you really?
Yeah.
You were
I
willing to
lived
put your life on the line to prove
I
that right or
lived
wrong?"
I lived on the edge.
Man,
Yeah.
dude, see?
And I'm still here, so yeah, it's not true.
Well, how about this one? This is a deep cut because I was getting into some deep cuts. What about, like, an abandoned bird? I remember being told if you touch a baby bird that falls out of its nest,
Mhm.
that you're gonna smell like the baby will smell like you and the mother will kill it or leave it there.
Uh,
I looked it
I
up.
don't know if I
Not true.
is
I looked
that
it up.
true?
I researched it. It's not true. It's not true.
So wait, you can put it back then?
Yes, you can. Now, the mom might kick it out again because it doesn't want it, and that's probably why it fell out the first time, but you can touch it. Absolutely. Yep. And guess what, Josh? There are no
Dang.
alligators in
I
the
feel
sewer
I
systems of New York. None.
well, I gotta go back to this, like, baby bird thing because, like, I feel
Mhm.
bad now because I took a baby I remember oh gosh, how old was I? In my teens. I took a baby bird like, a baby bird was on the ground. I could have easily put it back in the nest,
Yeah, dude.
and I knew, well, it's gonna be rejected, and I tried to nurse it myself, and it died, like, what, 2 days after? Something like that?
Mhm.
Now I feel bad. I feel like a bird murderer.
See? I probably shouldn't have
Thanks,
told you
Blue.
about that
No.
one.
Let me
You
just live
know?
in, like, mindfulest bliss, please.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I remember jumping over cracks in their sidewalk specifically because if I
Mhm.
stepped on one, I was gonna break mom's back, right?
Yeah.
And
When
then
in
later in life, I
reality,
made sure I
it's
hit every one of them. No, I'm just kidding.
gosh. There's some childhood trauma right there.
Yeah, we won't get into that. Coach Blue needs some therapy. Mhm.
Yeah. 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 I remember, yeah, in our family, it was my dad's back,
Mhm.
which he did break at least a couple times, but
Really? Do
yeah.
you know that you also know, Josh, that eating carrots doesn't make your eyes better? Doesn't give you night vision or anything?
No.
Like,
No,
doesn't do
you
anything?
you also wanna know something interesting? This has nothing to do with, like, people necessarily. Well, no, it does. Did you know that rabbits should not and do not eat carrots?
I I read it last night. Yes.
Yes, it's
That's
because of
mind blowing.
It's because
Mhm.
of Bugs Bunny, and it was
Yep.
specifically there's one scene in Looney Tunes, I can't remember off the top of my head who he's mimicking. It was an old movie from, what, the 30s or 40s or whatever,
Mhm.
and he had mimicked this, and it got etched into our national and really now world, international, like, core that rabbits eat carrots, but there's too much sugar in carrots for rabbits to be able to break that down. And so they
Yeah.
don't eat them. Very
See?
rarely. I mean, you can feed it to them, but, like, you don't want to give them a lot of carrots because it's bad for their digestive system and their kidneys and everything.
Yeah.
So, yeah, anyway, yeah. That was a deep dive a few months ago.
Yep. Do you know that eating chocolate also doesn't really give you acne? Everyone says, "Oh, you eat too much
I
chocolate,
didn't
you're
know
gonna get
that.
acne." Yeah, no, it
What
doesn't.
about, giving chocolate to your dog? I know that
That will still kill your
people
dog.
said
Don't do that. Yeah. Did you
yeah, that
also know that you
reminds
don't really need to drink 8 glasses of water per day?
no, it ebbs and flows. literally.
Mhm.
Like,
Yes.
I mean, yes, you wanna stay hydrated, but there like, I had a doctor that told me, like, "No, like, when you're thirsty, drink. If you're not, it's okay, but just make sure you're getting that your urine is clear enough and everything, and the signs of dehydration."
Yeah, yeah. Did you also know that you really can, in fact, awaken a sleepwalker? Like, if someone's
You
sleepwalking,
can?
don't wake them up. Yes, you can. Yes, absolutely you can. They may be
That's good to
disoriented
know.
and be a little weird and be like, "Why am I out here on my porch in my underoos?" But,
Mhm.
you
Well,
definitely can. Yep.
never had that problem.
Mhm. Yep.
Mhm.
And I found out that eating bananas, they don't really stop cramps. It might
No.
help, but, like, it doesn't
Well, pickle juice is more effective than
100%. Yes, it
bananas,
is.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So, I'm going through all these things and I'm like, "You've got to be kidding me." Like, that is bizarre, like, to hear how many of these things we were told. And I don't know about you, but I have in fact broken a mirror. I'm still doing okay, no bad luck here, man.
Well, it's 7 years bad luck.
Yeah, but I broke one just a couple years ago. I'll do it right now if I had one to show you. Yeah.
I mean,
I've
I
also
would
walked
start
under a ladder. I did it just a couple days ago while we were putting up lights in my backyard. I did it. And how can
I
Friday the 13th be an unlucky day when that's my birthday? I'm on 13th, guy.
you know, honestly, I don't subscribe to the,
Those
Friday the 13th.
superstitions? Yeah.
No. I will say though, ever since, being an adult and, working a 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, Monday the 13th is more unlucky than Friday the 13th, let's be
I think
honest.
you're right. Let's be real. We should change that. That's a
I
whole new
know.
genre of horror movies. Monday
Yeah.
the 13th.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, talk about yeah, that'd be a great sequel.
Yeah. Yeah. See? I don't know. This all came from us carrying around rabbit's feet. And I think that's pretty dang
Mhm.
disgusting when you think about it, right? Like, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
I I I'm not gonna lie, like, I'm starting to go through some of my childhood stuff, like, up at my parents', and I have, like, 3 or 4 boxes of stuff that I didn't know about that are
Mhm.
still in my parents' basement, and so I've started kinda going through them, and I'm like, "I'm pretty sure I'm gonna find a rabbit's foot in there."
Yeah, dude, if you
I'm
do.
pretty sure I still have one. So,
Mhm.
when I find it, I'm gonna do a little show and tell here on the podcast
Mm.
because, yeah, I just feel like I need to show that. Maybe
Well,
I should give it to one of your kids.
dude, dude. Yeah, and be like, "This is an unlucky front left index paw." Yeah. I don't know, and I'm kinda curious, I wonder if any of these really are true. I think the only one that probably has any kind of vibes that might be good, like, might have been
Mhm.
real, probably the microwave. Like, we shouldn't be standing in front of a
Yeah.
microwave. You know, I don't know if we should really even be using a microwave, but that's a whole whole 'nother story, but, like,
Yeah, the
I can't
microwave
think of any of
one,
those. Mhm.
I kinda feel the same way about cell phones.
Mhm. I've
Is
been thinking a lot about that lately too. Cell phones and Bluetooth headphones. I'm like, should I really
Uh-huh.
be cooking my brain like this? But man, I like them. But yeah, dude, I
I
don't
know
know.
no, I'm like, I feel like in about 5 or 10 years, we're gonna find out that, we all gave ourselves cancer because Bluetooth this and, microwave this, whatever, but
Well, I do know that the Farmer's Almanac is horrifically wrong because they told us last year we were going to have an amazing winter and it's going to be much more snow than usual, and that was
mhm.
dead wrong. Like, what is the Farmer's Almanac? Is that like who's farming this almanac? Like, how does this thing come to be?
I I don't
Because right
I
now,
don't know.
I just pulled up right now the old Farmer's Almanac weather map right now for 2026 says that Utah should be hot and rainy all season. It's gonna be hot and rainy. Well, it's hot. And they're not rainy here at all.
Well, it's
Not at
supposed to
all.
be rainy next week, I think.
Well, it's monsoon season. This is what it's saying for the whole kit and caboodle. Like it says that hot and
Hmm,
rainy for the whole year. Nope, not at
no.
all. So what is this? What, like, do people still use this farmer's almanac? Like, who's the guy that's out there watering? Have you seen those dozer rods where they try to find water? Is that the guy who
Mhm.
still uses the almanac? I'm throwing a lot of stuff at you
Probably
early in the
somebody's
morning. I can tell
I
you're like,
know.
damn, Blue, you're
My
coming at me fast. But
my voice can't take it.
dude, you're starting to lose. I better slow down on you.
I know.
Hmm.
All I know is that it better not rain today, and it better not rain next week because I have family pictures coming up. And these are so we're doing my family's family pictures tonight, and we're doing Marianne's family pictures next week when we're in Bear Lake. Which, by the way, you're gonna have to get somebody to record with for next week because
Okay.
I won't be here unless we record earlier. But
Either way, you know what? I'll just pull another all nighter and do a one man band, like the guy at
you
the.
should either that get KP. I'm sure Kent would love to record with you.
Ooh, maybe Kent and I could do a deep movie dive because I've got questions about this new Moana with Dwayne the Rock Johnson not having nipples. I'm like, that's a little weird, but
He doesn't
that's
have
a
nipples.
no. Apparently, they don't want Moana or Maui. They don't want him having nipples, so they're gone. And it was fine until a YouTuber told me that, and I'm like, wait a minute, that is a little strange.
Dang it. I
It's
haven't
not
seen the
even.
new Moana yet, and now I'm just going to be focusing on The Rock not having nipples.
Well, that's the thing. Then they're like, once you see this, you won't unsee it. I'm like, well, thanks a lot, because I would not have looked for it. But like now you've said that, yeah. But see, that's something that Kent and I. Maybe we should connect with Kent and see if he'll come on with me, because that'd be good.
Maybe I think I found the title of today's episode.
Why doesn't Maui have nipples? Possibly.
Give The Rock back his nipples.
Give the man, that could go so many different directions. No, you're
Yes, it
leaving though.
could.
When are you heading out? Like,
Yeah.
when are you flying to like
So,
the
well,
islands?
to Hawaii in November. I'm going to Bear Lake next week. So,
The Utah version of the islands.
yeah, but serious, it's the Caribbean of the Rockies, man.
Man, I've never been there.
You know, I still want to run around Bear Lake. 50
Yeah.
miles. We've talked about this for
We
the
could
last few
do this.
years.
We need to just pull the trigger on that. You know that,
I
right?
know.
We need to just do
Seriously,
it.
like I kind of feel like, yeah, we just need to do it.
Well, listen, my plan was to go down on November 13th to run Dead Horse Point or something, Dead Bend,
Hmm.
somewhere in Moab.
Hmm.
But it's like $200. Maybe we should go run around Bear Lake
Well, actually,
in like
I'm,
September, October, something
I
like
was going
that.
to say, I'm actually going to be in Hawaii during your birthday,
Yeah.
which,
Yeah.
by the way, you're invited to come if you want. I'm just saying, we're going to Maui.
Man, New York
We're going
City.
to the island of Maui where there's no nipples.
A man on the street. I'd like you to ask these people why, in fact, he doesn't. Okay, but you're going to Bear Lake. I see.
Yes,
Yeah.
going to Bear
Okay.
Lake. That's where, and we're having our family pictures with the Terry family
Okay.
on the North Shore, actually.
Beautiful.
There is, again, not talking about Hawaii, there is a North Shore of Bear Lake, which is actually really gorgeous. And I love a lot more than Rendezvous Beach. If anybody who's been to Bear Lake before knows. I don't mind Rendezvous Beach. There's a lot more stuff. That's where a lot of the rentals are and everything. But it's just crowded.
Well,
And
it's a rendezvous location. That's
yeah,
yeah.
it's like the Walmart of Bear Lake beaches, where
Careful.
North Shore Beach is more like the Costco of Bear Lake beaches.
Okay then.
I
Alrighty.
feel like anybody can relate to that. You're like, okay, yes, you know.
Mhm.
And then somewhere in the middle, that's Sam's Club. But it's just been, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what you're like. I don't know how often. Okay, how often do you get family pictures? Like you and
Man,
Marissa and the family, right? Is it an
dude,
every
it's
year thing?
rare.
Is it an every 5 years? Is it
It
like, oh,
used to
maybe we
be.
should?
It used to be a big deal. It hasn't been. Our last family picture that we all were together was literally New York 2025 when we took him for
Mm-hmm.
Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And then before that, it might have been in grade school. Like, we don't do it very often. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Because so this is this is the first time that Marianne and I have done family pictures on
Mhm.
on either side, right?
Yeah.
Which is great because both of us have lost weight and we're like, okay, great. We feel sexy, right?
Mhm.
But at the same time, I hate the process.
Well,
I
family
hate the
pictures are a
process. Do you
nightmare.
see do you see
Yeah.
you see this right here? All of these are clothes that I've had to try on. Half of this pile right here is gonna go back to Amazon or to Costco.
Oh,
Like
man.
last night,
You guys
my
aren't
wife and
kidding.
I, oh gosh, it's the worst
Did you
part.
guys do a fashion montage like in the '80s movies where you
Yeah.
both come out, like, with Right Said Fred, "I'm too sexy for this shirt." Did you guys do that last night and, like,
That would
show
have
off?
been much faster
Yeah?
than, "Okay, try this. Okay, take that off, put this on. Okay, try that back on. Okay, I'm gonna try this dress on.
Man,
Maybe this
nightmare
goes." I'm
fuel.
like, and I'm just like, "Honey, like, just tell me what to wear." "Well, I need to see what it looks like on you next to me." I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah. I
and
remember
then
those.
we have, I mean, did you ever have a color palette for family pictures?
Yes, but I'm colorblind, so I'm like, "I
Oh,
trust
yeah,
you,
why am
put
I
me in
asking
it."
you?
And so
Why am I
I'm looking
asking
like
you?
I look like an idiot because I see it differently, but everyone else says, "Hey, you look fine." So,
See, but I've never had a color palette, at least that I can remember, except for
I've seen
maybe
many family pictures of you just with your family, and I can say I
mhm.
don't think you ever had a color palette. Mhm.
No, well, and let me actually, I wanna see if I can bring, well, actually, no, I can't bring that up, dang it. Yeah, like, we've done generally, like, blues or whatever, or, like, just wear
Mhm.
kind of a blue shirt, you know?
Yeah.
Or just wear something that's maybe a little bit more red, but never worried about what shade it was, never worried about, you know, this or that, just that it looks nice and that we somewhat match, right?
Yeah.
But it's like, oh my gosh, like, how, we're wearing blues? Okay, I'll wear this blue shirt. No, that's the wrong shade of blue. It's a blue shirt, you
Yeah.
know? Like,
Yeah.
why can't I just wear this? This looks nice.
That looks good.
This is
Yeah.
nice. Like,
That
well,
gray is
no.
that a gray shirt? 'Cause that looks like it goes with
It's
anything.
it's kind of a gray blue, but then it's like, well, but then it has this pattern right here, and that's not gonna match my dress. I'm like,
Your vertical stripes won't go with my horizontal stripes. Try
yes,
again. Okay.
yeah, and then we have to buy another complete different outfit for her family
Man.
because we have a different color
We can't
palette,
we can't be seen in the same thing. Yeah, man, I gotcha, I gotcha. You know what was
and
the
so,
best time? When we did family pictures back in the olden day when we had little baby kids, and
mhm,
Marissa's family were all kinda congealed up here. We went to the J.C. Penney's and got a professional shot, and it is my favorite family picture we've ever done because we were all kinda wearing black, but they had a black background, so there's one picture of Jerem with just a floating head, and it is my favorite family picture we've ever done, and
dude, I have the same one.
it's the best, isn't it?
It is the best, and we joke about it because when we were
Floating
talking
head.
about family pictures, I'm like, "Well, let's just do the floating head picture," because all of us were wearing black shirts, the black,
Yes.
and all we were floating heads, like, we literally looked like a '90s music video, right?
Album
And
cover. Yeah,
like an album cover or whatever, and it's still our favorite. We still talk about it. We still
I
have it
love it.
framed. We
Oh,
just need
yeah.
to put it up. Maybe I'll ask for that for my inheritance
It's classic. It's
because I
classic.
love it so much.
100%,
I'm
man.
so glad that we're on that same page there too. Like,
Yeah.
I even told Marianne, I'm like, if we're gonna do family pictures here too, I feel like either we need to bring our cats with us or we need to go to J.C. Penney with our cats, right? We need to do our pose, like our picture,
It's
and
your
then we'll put
Christmas
the,
card, 2026.
yes,
You
and
gotta
then
do it.
we'll put the cats' heads like in the little floating circle up in
Looking
the top.
off and then yeah.
Hmm.
Dude, you have to. That's a
I know,
must.
like I
Please,
have,
Marianne,
like
if
we
you're
have
listening to
to.
this, make this dream come true. Yeah,
Uh, yeah. So see, and I'll wear, like, honey, I will wear whatever you want me to wear for that photo shoot.
for that
I will
photo
even
shoot.
do a turtleneck, which I hate turtlenecks because
Oh,
I hate
man.
anything
You and me both,
around
buddy.
my neck, right?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
granted,
Can't
I
do
don't
it.
have a triple chin anymore, but
Even still.
still, like, I
Ew,
feel like
just
this, you
ugh.
know?
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, man. You know,
I
I
don't
do
know.
have a funny story about family pictures if you don't mind giving me, like, a couple minutes here. You ready?
This is a
Brace
podcast
yourself.
about everything, so
Brace yourself. Okay, so this is circa 1997-ish, and I was dating a
mhm,
girl who will be nameless because I don't think she's gonna bump into this, but it might be a sore subject. But here we go. The relationship wasn't going anywhere. I wasn't filling it with this individual, and I thought to myself, "All right, we've been dating for 6 months. I think it's time to move on." Right. So I had in my
mhm,
plan. I had a plan. I'm gonna say this tonight. I'll tell her why. It's not you, it's me. When really it was her, not me. I'll give
kinda
her the
know
whole
where
spiel,
I feel like
and
I know where
I
this is going.
I call her and I say, "Hey, what's going on?" And she's like, "Well, having a family barbecue. You want to come?" And I'm like, "No, it's okay." She's like, "I need you to come." I'm like, "Yeah, all right." So I thought after this barbecue, I'm going to end this. Okay. Well, it just so happened that at this barbecue, they had everybody in her family that just happened to be there. So they say towards the end, they're like, "Let's do a family picture." And so they all run out. We haven't had family here in years. Everyone's here answering this and that. And they're like, "We have this chance to do this family picture." And I'm standing by the photographer and they all started yelling at me, "Blue, get in this picture." And I'm like, "You don't want me in this picture." And they're like, "Blue,
Mhm.
we need you in this picture." I'm like, "You really don't want me in okay." And I begrudgingly walked over there and had stand by her to take this family picture they hadn't had in decades because everyone hadn't been there at the same time. 3 hours later, it's me, it's not you. We're done. I hope that there's somewhere there was a family picture with me in there kind of looking like, "I told you you didn't want me here." I don't know if I don't know what that was, but it's
There's a
funny now, but
reason
gut check then.
there's a reason why Photoshop is a thing.
Oh yeah.
And do you know how easy it is now like, edit?
1997, they didn't have that yet.
I
It
know,
still wasn't.
but AI, man.
You know what Marissa's grandmother did, and I loved this. Like, when I went down and met the grandparents for the first time before we were married, I said, "Well, may I be excused to use the restroom?" "Yes, Blue, it's down the hall." And I was walking down the hall, and I took a side glance at the family pictures they had hanging all the way down the wall, the grandparents' house. I
Mhm.
started noticing, like, man, what's wrong with some of these people? Like, some of these people's heads are way too big for their body. And I started looking, and Marissa's grandmother would cut the new picture heads out and put it on the family picture. And so I also saw people completely cut out of the picture. So I knew that if this ever happened to Marissa and I was one scissor snip away from leave. That was her
Uh,
version of Photoshop.
yeah.
I love it.
I have to f I have to f I have to find this picture. I have to find this picture because I can even go more old school than that.
Really?
Well, for one, while I'm looking for this picture, I'm pretty sure I can find it here. It's in my
We
family.
talking okay, family picture, yeah. Yeah.
It's an old family picture,
How old
and
would Josh been in this picture then? Like, what do you think?
no, 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 like, this is even before me. This is, like, in the
This is
1950s, I wanna
okay.
say, and it's hilarious because it's that cut method, right? It's probably
No
kind of in the
kidding.
same vein as what you're talking about.
Yeah, she would do it too. Literally, you were one episode away from getting snipped out by her.
Well, and it's funny too because my mother-in-law last year asked if I could Photoshop these 2, again, family pictures, right? We took a family picture at, I think it was one of the dance recitals, right after the dance recital that
Mhm.
Marianne and my sister-in-law did, and we didn't have everybody in both pictures. We took 2 pictures because I think my father-in-law had to run to the bathroom or whatever, and she's like, "Could you merge these 2?" And I tried to do Photoshop, but it was a little bit too tricky, you know? So I'm like,
Yeah.
"I'll just do AI." And so I put I had AI do it for me, and it did a fairly good job, but then it's like you zoom in and you're like, "Oh, yeah, no, this is not working at all.
Why do you have 17 fingers on one hand and a
Uh-huh.
foot where your ear should be? Yeah, mhm.
Yeah, that's what and that's honestly, that's what I do a lot of the times when I see something, I'm like, "Oh, yeah, that's AI." And I'm like, "Okay, let's zoom in. Let's see what,
Yeah,
let's see what we got here."
I dig it.
Let's see. I know I have it here somewhere. Um, I might have to look for it, but
Well,
for
to
another day.
describe it to me, what are we looking at
So
here? Like,
so essentially what it is, this was actually, yeah, I wanna say it was either in the 40s or the 50s,
uh-huh,
but family was kind of all over. There there was family in the military, there's family that lived in, like, Texas, there was family that, lived kind of overseas because, it was my Greek family,
right.
and let's see if I think I have it here. No. Shoot. That's so disheartening because it
You'll
is the
find it once
funniest
we're
picture.
done, you know you
I
will.
know, I know. As soon as
Mhm.
I'm done, like, I'll scroll, like, 2 inches, you know, downward and, like, "Oh, there it is." Because I know I have it on Facebook, and I may have to just put this on Facebook once I find it. But
Gotcha.
essentially, it's cut, and it's so funny because, like, half of the people are, like, 2 times, larger than the rest of the group. And then my 2, I wanna say they're my second cousins,
Uh-huh.
they had twins, and they look like the twins from, like, The Shining,
Oh my
you know?
gosh.
And so it looks creepy, and it's hilarious, and
Ooh.
it's just so awkward. But dang it, I can't find it, and
Well,
I
yeah,
know I
man.
have it here somewhere. That's the sad part of it. Oh, wait. No. Dang
Man,
it.
this
Dang
makes great
it.
great podcasts,
I know,
man.
right? Like, all
I
that
wanna see this though.
anticipation for
Yeah,
nothing.
like, we
I
got
will put it
don't forget this. Even you have to post it on our socials because I wanna
I
see this
will
now.
I yeah, I will put it on our socials. I'll put it in the I almost called it the other group. The best darn group. I'll put that in there because it is hilarious, and I know I'm gonna find it 2 seconds after we move on, but here. But I don't know. It's funny because I think we've all been there in some degree where, especially if you're dating, that's such an awkward thing because I've heard other people in similar situations where they're dating, they get into the family picture, or the worst is when they are in the family picture and either grandma has the boyfriend or girlfriend like take 2 steps out of the picture a little bit so that they can easily crop them out later.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, dude.
But
That's
I
why
don't
the
know,
floating head picture works so well. You boop,
right?
right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just,
But I
yeah,
remember
just
walking past there and seeing this, and there were people that had, like, funny shadows and sun on their face. I'm like, "That wasn't even in the same location," right? This is
mm,
one of those things that her grandma did that I absolutely adored that she would do. But on the side note, man, now I felt like, man, but it still didn't make me wanna, like, stick with the relationship. I needed to bail on that because it was not good. So,
yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah, man.
Well, and yeah, look at where it led you, you know?
Mhm. I do have one family picture we have with Marissa and the kids. I think it was just when we had Savannah and Brooklyn when they were just little stinkers. And I
Mhm.
remember something happened that day and I was pissed. And so now every time I see that picture, I remember I was mad that day, but I don't remember why. So I'm
Well,
like, great.
and
Now that's
that's
in
the
my
funny
head.
thing too is when that's why I love, like, family history as well because again, same family, right?
Mhm.
And I think this is like 30s and 40s, probably the 30s, right? Where you don't have the luxury of taking a whole bunch of pictures and then choosing which one is the best. So the family picture is like my great grandpa and my great grandma with at the time, I think they had 5 kids or 6 kids. And
Yeah.
you could tell by the look on their face that they were done because their
Ah,
kids had just been little, you know what, and they're like, "Okay, let's just take this picture." Because both of them look mad. The kids look like they just got reprimanded by their
love it.
dad, probably got whooped, and they everybody was just done. Let's just get this family picture done. Like, who cares that we look like a happy family? It's documented that this is our image, this is our family. We'll send this to, to our family in Greece and done.
And
So,
that'll be it.
yeah, that will
Yeah,
be
I
it.
don't know. I don't know if we do. Yeah, we haven't done it in so long, and I think we will. I'm sure once the kids get married and stuff. But like, yeah, man, it's always a stressful thing. Like always. I
Mhm.
remember the Easter. Everyone had to get the picture for Easter and all that stuff. Man, I mean, in fact, I think our kids have pretty much every day of their life documented in one way, shape, or form in picture form.
Mhm.
And then
Mhm.
here comes me and mine. I had maybe have three pictures of me when I was a kid because obviously we moved, when the rent was due, cameras were different back then.
Mhm.
Like I have nothing, but like these kids, I mean, we have so many digital pictures of these kids,
Mhm.
Josh, that like they'll never look at them all. Does that make sense? Like
Yeah.
they'll never look at them all. So I'm like, Marissa, what are
Well,
we doing with this?
I will say one thing I do appreciate, as much as I hate family pictures, it's the formality of the formal family picture that just annoys me because, like, why do we need a color palette? And just tell me what to wear and I'll show up?
Yes.
But I will say I married into a family that does document everything. And I appreciate that. Not that we didn't document it, but like they will, like at birthday parties, we'll take a picture. We'll take a group picture with the birthday person or whatever. And there's family pictures at every event. Like when we go to a dance recital, when we go, to a play, whatever it is, we're always taking a picture. And that was very much ingrained in the Terry family. And I appreciate that because for me, like there are things in my family that I'm like, I wish we took a picture. But sometimes you're just so in the moment that you forget that. And so I really appreciate
Yeah.
that aspect of it.
Hmm.
But I don't know. I used to take way more pictures than I used to.
I have a hard time between video and pictures. Like I go to New York now and take video of everything, but
Hmm.
then I never make the video of it. I'm like, should I be taking pictures? Or should I just like, who cares? I'm here. It doesn't matter. Like,
But like I've been kind of anti kind of social media and pictures lately. And I
yeah.
think it's just that I think it's a normal pushback. I think society as a whole is kind of pushed back on social media and documenting everything because like I just want to live in the moment. When I go to a concert, I want to live in the moment of it, right?
Hmm.
I was watching I again, I think I just stumbled on it on Facebook, but a friend of mine had gone down to Vegas. They were at the Sphere, and I can't remember which. I want to say it was Kenny Chesney, maybe.
Sure. I'm not going to debate it with you.
But
Probably.
it's the Sphere, and it's
Huh?
the huge display, and I get it, right? I get wanting to like take a picture or a video of it, but one, your video doesn't do it justice, right?
How could it really? Yeah.
But then everybody in that crowd had their phones out. And
Oh,
it was
yeah.
almost like that throughout the whole concert, and I've seen that at other concerts, and I'm like, "No, like, I'll take a couple of pictures, or whatever, or I'll take maybe a 10 or 15-second, you know, a video if I wanna just remember the vibe of that concert." But
Oh,
then
100%.
I'm done, Like,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
done.
put it away. Well, dude, you've seen my picture right here, the classic, Jordan taking the shot over the Jazz when he pushed off
Mm,
of Brian Russell, right? Yeah, I don't know, yeah, and I was looking at the other day before I biked home, and I'm looking at these people in this picture up here, and there's some people that have this, like, shocked look on their face, there's other people that are like, "Yeah," they obviously rooting for the Bulls,
mhm,
and it was like everyone was just caught in the moment. And then you
mhm,
compare that to, LeBron James when he broke the
mhm.
record. Everyone had their phones out. Hardly anyone was watching. I thought, you goobers, you missed it. You guys
Yep,
missed it. You watched
yep,
it through a phone. These people here, they were all there. You know what I'm
mhm,
saying? Like,
mhm,
I remember filming my kids when they're up there playing, like doing a little, like, a play or something, and I'm watching them through the camera. I'm like, Marissa, I hate doing this because I'm watching them through the video camera. I want to
mhm,
watch. So
mhm.
it's a weird kind of like, let's reclaim some of our normalcy, right? Yeah,
Uh-huh. Yeah,
yeah,
it's really interesting because like I struggle with that as well, like with especially, sports moments and just that moment. Like and it's so different. It really is night and day when you put the phone down or the camera and just take in the whole scene, it is completely different, and
Absolutely.
I don't know.
Well,
I
you
mean,
know
that's a
what
whole
then?
other conversation, I feel
It
like.
but you know what though, Josh, really? It means, and this is the wise tale that I believe, that if you take a picture, the camera, it'll steal your soul.